The WWC, what the world is watching.
Sometimes you look at upgrades and you think, I can't move this. Well, you're not alone. So let's get into it.
600 plus days of last war grinding, battles spawned, lessons learned, strategies mastered. When we talk, you level up. Welcome to the Warzone Wrecking Crew.
Welcome, everybody, to the WWC QB18 here, and we are going to talk about spending profiles and upgrades to really classify where does everything fall into this game as far as what you should be considering easy, medium, or just hard to upgrade and acquire. No matter what, even if you're low spending profile, mid spending profile, you're just not going to be able to move that item, and it's okay. Know that you're not alone, and that's how the game is designed. So we'll start getting into some items. First one I would say I would classify as easy to move would be drone level. So you're able to move drone level when you think about the number of people that are at 150, 170, even pushing towards 200. You're able to move drone level even a little bit at the game slowly is giving you gear parts. And if you're past 150, by the way, that means you've gotten over 5,000 to push past that level, which plenty of free-to-play players that I'm playing with have not had a problem pushing past that threshold. So if you're able to do that, it's not about the speed of getting to 250. It's more, I'm not at 250. You're able to push past the 150, 170. You're not having a problem, and you are slowly making ways through upgrading that drone level. So it's not that difficult for you to do. Easy for the Overlord are Shards. I mean, at this point for Shards, I'm seeing free-to-play low spenders are easily able to get to level 5 and level 6, and that you may see a lot of people out there that are high spenders that are level 7, but if you're at level 5 and 6, you're moving through without spending at when a lot of money it costs early on to get to those levels of 5 and 6. So you're able to push through. There's a lot of events that are giving out free shards that you're able to collect. For low spenders, if you're able to do the monthly Overlord shard piece where you chip away at the skills in the Overlord shards, you're probably getting closer and closer progressing through even level 6. So I've seen a lot of people with free to play and low profiles being around 5 6. You're able to make movements with those actual shards. Moving through, I would say professional experience is something you are able to push through when we talk about tactic cards. Professional experience, you are able to do. It's not easy to buy in the off season, but during the season, you can kick out a bunch of free experience in many different ways the game gives you. So that's what I would focus on, and you're able to move to level 8s, level 9s, level 10s. This really shouldn't be a problem. To go along with the professional experience, I'm also going to say hero experience. I don't see many people that aren't level 175 where I am, where you're free to play or low spender. They are all able to push their heroes. You have the hero experience built on your base. You can get yourself. We get plenty of different areas. You get experience, not to mention through our campaign shop that a lot of people have a lot of badges and medals now to spend. They have the hero experience here. So you're seeing everybody maxing out their experience. And maybe in the long run, that'll be more difficult, or you're thinking all of your heroes. But hero experience is really not a problem to acquire in the game. Keeping with that theme, I'm going to say hero skills are not hard to acquire in the game. Now, to max out all of your heroes, sure, I don't have all my heroes maxed out either. But I do not purchase skills, hero skills. I'm sure free to play, even low spenders aren't purchasing the hero skill medals. You get a lot of different areas to acquire these through mobile tasks. Arms race can give you, I don't know, upwards of 70,000, 80,000 skill medals a week to push. So I know in the upper echelon it gets difficult to do it, but it's not holding people back. They're able to actually get through these items, and I wouldn't look at them as hard. I also will say, I mean, it may be controversial, but I don't think Wall of Honor is very hard to push through. You're getting hero shards. Now, if you're leveling it and saying, yeah, you're at 300, there's no way I'm going to be at 300. I'm at 100. 100. Okay, but you're able to get the 50 bonus on your main team. You're able to get the 100 bonus on your main team. You're able to get the 150. You're progressing with the shards. There's many different places to get gold shards. The game gives you gold shards. You can get them here in your reindeer with exclusives, but they have them. You can get gold shards as an option for your sledge. You can plunder gold shards from trucks and get them. So you're able to get gold shards. I won't say you're able to get them in the bundles. You might not be able to get to where I am at level 300 when I'm able to get it, but also you have the recruitment tickets that everybody has. You're able to push these levels, and Wall of Honor is not holding you back 2 years playing the game. I have never heard somebody free to play say, man, I just cannot get gold shards. So to me, it's at least easy to push that and upgrade it as you move. The last thing on my easy list, I will say, is ore. You need ore for your gear, and you may be short of ore, but as this game continues, there's nobody that cannot upgrade their gear because they can't acquire ore. Ore is built on your base. If you just sit around and wait, you're going to get enough ore. You collect ore, you're given plenty of boxes, mystery boxes are giving you ore, the supplies boxes. You get ore all over the place. Ore is not an issue of building, which is also why I say don't buy it. You're just being impatient if you're buying it. So all of those things you can progress naturally through the game. Let's jump into medium, though. Medium, again, might be a controversial thing, but at this level of 2 years in, medium, folks, exclusive. Exclusive weapons are medium. Now, why do I say they're medium? Because you're not free to play is not having a problem pushing your heroes to level 10. You're not having a problem pushing your heroes to level 20. You're having a problem. What you're debating on is, should I build team 2 to level 20, or should I push my main heroes to level 30 to get the bonuses? That's what you're having a problem. And honestly, if it wasn't for your hard push to level 30s, it would be easy to acquire them at this level in the sleds. You can plunder them. You're given a lot of opportunities to get them, especially low spenders. Now, the difficult task of trying to push them to level 30 is a whole nother level, and that is difficult for you to get through. So I list that as more medium, because as the game progresses, if you just stick with your main team 1 and you continue to collect, I can see you getting level 30 heroes. As a matter of fact, some of you free to play have a level 30 hero here and there. That doesn't go hard on our list. That goes into medium if you are able to get to level 30 through free to play. So it's not an easy thing, but it is a medium thing. Let's also talk about the Overlord skills. So the Overlord skills are difficult to acquire to get to the higher levels, but to start these off, I don't spend on the Overlord skills. And I can tell you, last week, I did not upgrade any Overlord skills, and this week I'm at 53,000 out of 100,000. So granted, it's not an easy thing to get these skills in later. It all stays 100,000, but it's also not hard. You can move these levels just from the natural progression of the game. Focus on the defensive ones and leave the offensive ones alone. If you centralize on these, you'll be able to push them. And you can see the slow progression as you move throughout the game. This isn't going to be a major hurdle that you wouldn't be able to max these out in another year or so or something as the game keeps pushing these hero skills through. Again, it's not something that I spend, and I've been able to push pretty good through these Overlord skills. So it's not something that I'd consider to be hard, but it is medium. Tech and Valor. Valor is something people get back and forth, the resources of what you need, right? It's not necessarily the Valor itself. It's this game shorts you a resource. I've had plenty of free-to-play players and low spenders tell me they have 149,000 Valor and they cannot use it because they don't have the gold. And I heard other people say, I don't know what they're talking about because I can't get Valor. I've used all the Valor I can. You know what you both have in common? You're moving your masteries, you're moving your defense, you're moving your siege. I've seen your tech Free to play and low spenders are moving these items. Maybe not at the pace that other people are when you look and see someone with tactical at 50, or even, I don't know if you're even at myself where I'm on my way to complete my second mastery, but you're moving these items and you can see the progression of you getting Valor and resources to move them. It's not like you won't be able to do it in a year or get these things completed. So it can't be hard based on the list, the things that we will have that's hard on this list. The other thing that's medium, easy/medium, is gold. So I know you have problems getting gold. Everybody does. You have difficulty in the resource to getting to the maximum that you actually want to get gold. So they do offer, though, gold zombies. There's ways to get gold, collect gold, and push it. You're not able to push it at the level you want. So this is an easy/medium for me because you can get it. There's many ways to acquire gold, but at the levels that you need it oftentimes to push the things you need, it's not easy. So I put it on the medium list for that. Another thing is oil. Oil is medium. As you progress, these things start to be very expensive. T11s, some of the buildings, and yes, you need to acquire and build level up your oil wells as much as you can. But even when you have them leveled up, you have to start making decisions of upgrading things. You will eventually start to go low on oil. And as we start going to level headquarters 40, you can just imagine where the oil shortages are going to come from. So I have put that as medium as well right now. Another medium item is blueprints in the game. You can get them in the honor shop. You get 50, but if you do the math now, acquiring 50, we're over 2 years playing the game. That would put you at over 1,000 if you did it every single time and emptied out the blueprints from the honor store. Not that simple, right? Some of you haven't been able to get it every single month. You might have been a little short. You have 3 teams you're probably looking at and saying, eventually I have to fill out. So granted, it's not easy to get their blueprints, right? The game wouldn't offer them at such an expense if it was easy. Then everybody would just get them. But you are able to move those teams. You are able to move your dots. You do have the gear filled out in your teams. It's a medium item that you can look at as far as progressing. Drone components are, they're medium. Guys, you're able to push through to level 9s and on your way to some looking at it as level 10 without buying. The game gives you opportunity for boxes to turn into a level 5 component. So you can't really consider them hard, but they're not always easy to get past once you get past level 8 and you're starting to do the level 9 and level 10. You are able to progress them throughout the game, though, and it's not going to hold you back. You know, I'm not even at level 10 for everything. You're not. Eventually you will as you continue to push growth. Engineers giving you plenty of boxes as you move forward. And you'll be able to push your components. It's not something that's going to hold you back. It's not something you're going to spend on. It's not something that necessarily I always spend on to do either. So I am at level 10. Eventually, I can see you get to level 10 as well in the game. Let's go into our hard items now. The hard items. Now, I consider this, no matter what you do, when I put this on the hard, this will separate for you a little bit from medium and hard to know that when you do combat boost, you are not going to be able to move this thing. I can tell you in 2 years, I don't know that you're going to be able to move this thing. 648, and that's with me spending. That's with me getting all the chips that I've received, the boxes that I've opened that are probably way past the number of boxes you have. And you may look at yours and say, you know what? I'm at 600. I'm moving it too. Okay, let me tell you, to get 100 levels. To just get 100 levels, it's probably around $6,000-$7,000 to try to get to another 100 levels. And then if you're thinking about 900, which is the max of this thing, you're probably another, just to go from 750 to 900 is another like $10,000 to try to do that. The combat boost does not move fast. It's not meant to move fast. And I can't see you progressing to 750 anytime soon. So yeah, this is a hard item. While we're in here, why don't we just jump over to the chips? Because this is also going to be an incredibly hard item for you to move. You know that if you're free to play low spender and you got to move it across all your teams. You know, listen, you saw the combat boost, by the way. That's with me at 9 stars, 8 stars, and 7 stars with an 8th star on the tank. Just think, I'm only at 648 with all the boxes that I've opened to get these chips. So yeah, it's going to take you a long time to get that and a long time to get these chips. The chips, just to move one item to level 10, it takes 40 to move to level 10. You already know how difficult it is. It's not going to get any easier for you for that. While we're around the area of the drone, let's move into my Deco, because this is incredibly hard. You know you're only getting gold boxes a couple a week, that you're going to move this, and you're meant, even if you're in level, you're trying to go to, like you're at a level 3, let's say. Level 3, it takes you 18 to do, right? So that's hard enough to get it to level 4. Once you get it to level 4, 54 items to get it to level 5. That is so many. I just told you it was 18, and now you're 54. And then from level 5, you need 162 to get to level 6. Yeah, you're not getting these. You're not getting this anytime soon. For 1 year you play, 2 years you play, keep playing. Deco is just hard to keep leveling up across the board. And I'm sure you feel that. Speaking of leveling up, let's head back to the Overlord, where we will find one of the most difficult things to level up, and that is your bond badges. So we also, I mean, this is the first place. So, I see Whales in Team Anchor, and Heart Bond is where they are right now. I was able to make my way to Strategic Pillar. I can tell you it's going to be a long time before I end up in this Heart Bond area. I see free to play, low spend more in this area right now. A reliable partner, loyal friend, maybe even close to bonded partner. But it is going to take you a long time as you progress, because right now I'm at 30 bond badges per level. There are 10 levels. That's 300 bond badges before I can move to Heart Bond. Now, for you, it is 25 for strategic, or for perfect sync. It is 20 for bonded partner, which is 200 bond badges to even get through that. And every bond badge is very difficult to come by when you're not spending. So it is going to be a long time for free to play and low spenders to be hanging around this area. Another thing while we're looking at the gorilla that is hard to push, and that is special training. Now, you may look at it as it's easier to get through the earlier levels of maybe 250 as you're pushing through, but getting 300 and 350 and 4, we could put in the medium level. The only reason why I've moved this to hard is because there's 800, 900 levels to try to get through. So you're only approaching the 50% mark. And even where I am right now, where I haven't eclipsed 500 yet, I'm at 250. Typically, you see when you're getting the materials, it's 5 and 10 and 15. It takes a long time to do this. So pushing that special training through and progressing through the gorilla is going to be hard. Next, T11. If you are not spending and you're trying to move T11s, it is going to be very, very difficult past opening. Once you unlock them, the trek has just begun. Cores are very hard to get. Very hard. And at this level, I can move it 40. I can move 1% for every 40. However, it just gets harder and harder from here as we go forward. And then once you reach one of the maximum of completing it 100%, you need a bulk of core, like 200 cores or something, to progress to the next level. So it just gets harder and harder. And by the way, look how many levels there are. It's going to take you years to get T11s to level up 1, 2, 3, 4 levels. So yeah, they're on the hard list. Something else you're well aware of in this game that's incredibly important but hard to get is Mythics. The gear. Oh man, the gear is so hard to get when we get in here and we look and we try to get this Mythic gear. There's only so many places you can even get it. At the season, why I recommend when you say a skin or should I get my Mythic gear for season store, I say you need 20 pieces. It takes forever. I'd get the Mythic gear based on how long it takes. You can save your bullets. You can save your coins. I've had this conversation. You know how to do it. They finally put it in the Alliance shop where you can, in the Honor store, where you can get 2 per month. Get it to make it a little bit easier. But guys, Mythic is always going to be a hard item to get and should be high on your list. Skins and any special effects that you need are always going to be difficult and on the hard list to get. Just can't acquire them. Very difficult. It doesn't get any easier as you progress in this game. They're very difficult to obtain without paying. And paying, you're talking maybe 400 per skin. Sometimes you might get a deal to get them 300. If you do, that is for sure a deal. And last on the hard list to acquire is survivors. Early in the game, I did not take advantage of moving my survivors, my gold survivors, and now I'm stuck behind the 8-ball trying to push these stars. And it's very expensive if you don't push them early in the game and acquire them. When I say push in the game, I mean get your survivor tickets, get them early, get them often, as many as you can to acquire and push them. They're expensive. It's, it's $5 for 10 tickets. And then it just keeps escalating from there. It's very expensive. I believe it's Glittering or Mobilization. They also sell survivor tickets in that you can purchase and buy. But outside of that, just trying to acquire and push these tickets, if you're not doing it every single month when you start the game, it is going to be very difficult for you to push your gold star survivors to move forward. It's just there's no fast or easy way to do it. So hopefully it took a long time to get through all of these as it was to kind of classify them into an easy and medium, hard categories. And then hopefully in a part 2, we can more dive into where is our best place to acquire at least the medium and hard ones. All right. Hopefully it's helpful. Look forward to hear your comments. We'll talk soon. QB18 out.